Hey guys, welcome to another new video. Um, so I've noticed recently that this little cool little fancy little system here, the Compaq Evo N610, that it's been a popular favorite. So figured I'd bring it back for one final little video here to compare it. So we've talked about this, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to show off another cool little piece that I've had in my low compact collectors thing. So what we have here, let me go to my informative slide here, right? So this is a Compaq Lite LTE, sorry, a Lite LTE 20, as designated by this fancy little sticker right here, and it is a sticker, like a little badge. Unfortunately, it is starting to come off a bit, but um, yeah, it's gonna be really sad the day that it does. It's also known as the Model 2810A, right? That's what we have down here. And truthfully, I'm not really sure what's on here. I mean, like I know spec wise, port wise and stuff, but I'm not really sure what this is. As best as I can find, it's got an Intel 386 SL processor at 20 megahertz. Um, it's supposed to have a built-in hard drive. I'm not really sure of the specs, or sorry, what size. Not really sure about the memory either. But it doesn't really matter though. Unfortunately, to the best of my abilities, I haven't been able to get it to work. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe something's off. But I ended up buying this at a Goodwill auction online for $20, and they gave me the original compact bag. Pretty good condition. The little scuff. They gave me 2 sets of chargers, so I know, at least I would hope, that the chargers are fine. But like I said, I haven't really been able to get it to power on, but it's still a pretty cool machine. It's pretty thick, compared to this guy right here. Right, even how do I do this? About half. But even for as far as I can tell, late '80s, early '90s machine, it's a decent. It's besides the thickness, it's pretty small. Still a bit smaller than the Evo. Up here on the front, we have our battery release. No, sorry, the release on the side. That's the battery. Not really sure what that is. Got our floppy drive, right? No floppy in there. Over here on the side, well, oh, that's sad. Little crack. This, I believe, is maybe it's the hard drive storage. Really, I'm not really sure. Whenever I've done my research for this system, honestly, I haven't really found much about it. I can find information about the LT25, but nothing really about the LT20. Maybe it's just like a PCMCIA slot, but we do have this. Kingston 4 megabyte memory, I think. Maybe. I forgot what that is, but yeah, I would think this is where the hard drive goes. Yeah, let me close that up before I lose it. Oh no. How do I? Yeah, it's starting to show its age, and this is the problem with, when you collect older computers, the plastic gets brittle, it gets old, and you never really know where this stuff is coming from, unfortunately. Here on the back, we have a serial port, what I'm assuming a parallel port. This, I don't think this is VGA. I think this is I believe it's called CGA or not EVJ. I think EGA. It's You know, it's a little outside my age range, but I guess it predates the whole VGA connection. And if you're not sure what a VGA connection is, I mean, you know, because everything's kind of HDMI nowadays, or DisplayPort, or even DVI, but this is a VGA port right here. So you have the 3 rows of 5. Yeah, 3 rows of 5. Yep. I doubted myself. With this one, yeah, I'm gonna put up the light. It's missing that one pin, so I'm not really sure what this is, but it would have still connected to an external monitor. I believe at the end this is gonna be a external PS2 mouse or keyboard, and you would need this because this does not have any built-in pointing device. So, but you got to remember this is like MS-DOS days, so everything is pretty much still typed out. And this is the charger port right here. It's this little funky, little piece-looking sign thing, 3-pin, right? So you can't just stick whatever random charger in here. This I'm gonna get back to in a second. And over here on the side, we got your battery release. So recently, I was watching a documentary about some of these. It's called Computer Chronicles, which I'll see. Maybe I can put a little link somewhere around here. And it's this really fascinating show that took place between, I believe, the mid 80s to maybe 2002. And it's pretty informative. It goes over old technology and whatnot. You know, it definitely caught my attention, you know, being like my nerdy side. But anyways, they were talking about a model similar to this, the Compaq 486, I believe. And they were comparing it to the Compaq Armada, which is another Compaq line. You know, you got the Evo, you got the LTE, you got the Presario. Presario being the more modern one. But anyway, fun fact is, the Armada at that time, I believe he said they were selling for about $2,500. But these are actually selling for about $4,000. Not this exact model, but I can only assume it's up there. And one of their biggest sales points for why this was more expensive was this guy right here, docking replicator. So from what I've kind of been watching on that show, is like, once notebooks started coming out, they were really pushing the idea of these being your desktop replacements, which kind of makes sense. You know, you're a business professional, you're done for the day, and you want to take your take your business home or do work on the plane, you know, if you're traveling. So this would make sense. So the port thing, you know, you would take this with you on the plane, on the train, whatever. And at the office, you'd have this dock where it's hooked up to an external video, keyboard, mouse, your network. And you can just pop that in there and call it a day. Okay, jump cut there, but I casually remembered I had one of these guys in storage, and obviously this is for a much newer computer, a completely different model, much more modern. But if you're not really sure what the this whole docking thing is, this is a perfect example. So you got your specific charging, your connector dock here that would line up with the computer. In this case, this is for an HP business PC. So on the back of the computer, there's a little notch here what'll tell you where to line up. But, you know, I have my eject key right here, your power. So you could put this under your, you know, off to the side or something, and you would control your laptop as your desktop. If you're here on the back, right, on the side you got 2 USB ports, but in the back is where the magic happens. So you have basically mainly all the ports you would see on a desktop. So this is very convenient. So I bought this because at one point I couldn't charge the laptop. I thought the charger port was broken. So I bought this thing on eBay for, you know, I don't know, $10 or so, and it worked as a pass-through for that. But yeah, fixing the laptop, so I don't really need this. But the few times that I've had to set it up, when I've done, like, you know, I've helped people set up networks and stuff, and I need this thing to stay constantly and hooking up to like different displays and whatnot, this is perfect. So, you know, that's why, again, in the 80s, that was the whole deal with these computer manufacturers. You knew that or they knew that you were pretty limited in what you could do with this really small size screen. You know, and that was again the whole big selling point. Now, nowadays, you know, it's whenever you have a a dock, it's usually more of like a little USB dongle you can plug in or whatnot, especially with USB-C. But back then, you know, especially on what was considered a business computer, this was a big selling point. I mean, just the Evo right here, you know, you got it right here. And, I thought this one slid to close off to protect it, but yeah, I mean, you get the idea. This would go into a certain similar dock just like the other one. And there you go. You have your desktop replacement. But anyway, you know, another quick little look here at this little fun little guy. Sorry, he's a little heavy. Pretty. Keyboard's not the best. It's a little. What's the word I'd be looking? Maybe a little rubbery, I guess you could call it. Again, lack of touch point. Sorry about that little jump cut there. Dog was going a little crazy, but anyway, back to this thing. Yeah, keyboard's a little not to my liking, but it's okay. I mean, it's still. I can type in hi. You know, it's okay. I could see it. I do like that it's closer on here, and again, this would have been. You know, I guess it's comfortable, but my personal preference is the keyboard being just a little closer to the screen, so you can kind of rest your palms on it. But you know, I'm not gonna complain. Up here we got a little power button, and unfortunately that has fallen off. But I mean, it's good to have, but all it has is just a little jumper pad right there. So don't really need it. I mean, a pen or something, and you just need to push it down. Standby button. So these come from a time where you know, the laptop wouldn't go to sleep once you closed it down. From my understanding and from what I've seen, even the Evo has that standby button, but that one does recognize that it needs to go to sleep. It does have this, and this one does have this whole clicky button, but you know, I think that's just to tell it to wake back up, I would assume. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about the history about the standby button, but I'm kind of intrigued now. As I've said, there's no pointing device, but I think that's okay. Just compared to I've seen some similar models of this time where they actually had the cursor ball right here and like the two buttons on the back. So, you know, you'd be typing or gaming, you'd be doing this. That's I think I could live without that. I would just hook up a PS2 mouse to this thing. You got your contrast right here, your brightness for your screen. All my research, the little bits that I found is this would have been a black and white screen, but again, you know, you're typing into essentially, you know, as to give you a visual example command prompt. It's not really a bad thing, but you know, unfortunately, because I haven't been able to get this thing to work. But I just wanted to show it off to you guys. You know, I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying the Compaq material. I got a couple more pieces that I'm planning to do a few videos on. And I do have one that I want to restore. And I maybe, you know, fingers crossed, may pick up one of my dream Compaqs on eBay, but it's still a little higher than what I'd want to pay for it. But if he goes down on price, I might be picking up a pretty cool project. But as I don't know if you guys can tell, basically as a little side note, I am a little sick, and you know, with everything that's going on, it's been a fun week. So if I don't update a video or something, yeah, I might just be resting. But I wanted to share this. I wanted to make sure I shared this thing with you guys and get your opinions on what you like. Maybe you guys have a good idea of what might be wrong with it or point me in the right direction. not really sure that I want to go ahead with tearing it apart, just because, like I said, I haven't been able to find another Compaq LT20. There's multiple 25s, and I've seen some lots where they're just damaged. So lot being that, if you're not familiar with the term, they'll sell you more than one. But it's not really my thing. I'm cool with one or two if I need one for parts. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this fun little Compaq, and thank you so much for the support. And as always, leave a like, leave a comment. I love reading your guys' comments. Work has been picking up a bit, so I mean, I'm sorry if I'm a little slow at responding, but I truly do appreciate the support. As always, again, leave a comment, like, subscribe for more. I truly appreciate the support. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next week.